Hey guys, Insanity is Good here with my good friend Kit.
Hey, I am not excited about this at all.
I am.
I'm not. I am simply not. I'm not excited about this whatsoever because
I'm
I
so
know this is
excited.
the end.
I've been
Well,
waiting.
kind of end.
No,
We
this is
still have
the beginning.
no, this is the
Yeah.
beginning for you, but this is the end for me. This is like just the ending
I'm
because
excited.
we've got Natsuhi, Battler, um, Mer-
Yeah, hold on.
Maria?
Let me load up.
Yeah.
And we can actually look at the character chart. Let's look at T.
So, for those who are just coming in, we have just found Maria surrounded by the bodies of Genji, Kumasawa, and Nanjo. And they
Or
have been stabbed in the face. They all have their faces crushed, and they are stabbed in the knee for Kumasawa, the stomach for Genji, and the thigh for Nanjo. Oh no, the knee for Nanjo.
yeah. Family Dr. Nanjo, found in the parlor. His thigh had a weapon resembling an ice pick sticking out of it, and his face had been smashed. At the seventh twilight, gouge the knee and kill. Servant Genji, found in the parlor. He had a weapon resembling an ice pick sticking out of his stomach, and his face had been smashed. At the sixth twilight, gouge the stomach and kill. Oh, I should have started with him. Well, whoops. Servant Kumasawa, found in the parlor. Her cap had a weapon resembling an ice pick sticking out of it, and her face had been smashed. At the eighth twilight, gouge the leg and kill. So we've got... We'll put Natsuhi up because she's awesome. We got Natsuhi,
Natsuhi,
Jessica...
Jessica, George, Battler, and Maria. Natsuhi, throughout the whole time of this, Natsuhi is gone, and she has the weapon.
She's got the gun. She left the kids alone, which, to me, is very odd. Because she's been, like, mother hen to these kids. Like, especially leaving Jessica. Like, that's...
Yeah, GK says Natsuhi dies, we riot. GK, I've got some bad news.
We don't know. All we know is that she left the room.
Dude, just trust me on this. This happened to the last time Cannon-kun went off to try and deal with Beatrice, and look what happened to him. I feel like the same thing's gonna happen to Natsuhi. It's just...
Here's the difference between Natsuhi and Canon. Natsuhi's not furniture.
No, but still, like...
That's a horrible joke.
It's riot time. Let's get it going.
Alright.
Okay, so we left off with George noticing, huh? Natsuhi? She isn't here?
Huh? What? Mom? Where did she go?
She dipped, bitch! Even Maria's just like, just now, she left by herself reading a letter.
A letter? That makes sense. The culprit must be so exhilarated now that we've reached the 8th twilight. They might have left a letter so that they could brag even more. We were so wrapped up in questioning Maria that we forgot to look for a letter. But even as well-armed as she was, why had she left the room by herself in this dangerous mansion after reading it? Jessica tried to chase after her and tugged at the handle to the door, but it resisted strangely and wouldn't open. Oh, she locked it behind her.
Yeah.
To keep the kids safe. Oh, Natsuhi! Mom!
Yeah, Natsuhi!
Mom! What's going on? Open up! Open up! It was only natural. Natsuhi had picked up the candle stand which Battler had thrown at the wall and which had fallen to the floor. She had then skillfully wedged it between the doorknobs on the double doors like a bolt, holding them closed.
Going all out.
The intricate design of the candle stand caused it to get caught solidly, and it really did make a sturdy seal on the door. The tragic scream of a daughter for her mother. Did it reach Natsuhi's ears or not? God, that's sad.
It's gonna get sadder.
Natsuhi's figure was alone in the entrance hall. It was the place decorated by the portrait of Beatrice. Natsuhi threw down Beatrice's last letter, the one she had read in the parlor, readied her rifle again, and in a voice that rang clear, yelled in the massive space that was the entrance hall.
I am Ushinomiya Natsuhi, representative of the Ushinomiya family. Show yourself, Golden Witch Beatrice!
The entrance hall was dimly lit. Other than a faint light which shone on the center of the room, everything was blotted out by the jet-black darkness. In that darkness, butterflies glittering in gold squirmed, twinkled, and sneered.
Boo! Boo!
Hey!
Boo!
Don't be booing the butterflies. They're pretty.
Booing the butterflies, because you know what's gonna happen.
Natsuhi gave
You
one...
know what's gonna happen.
It's fine.
I'm gonna boo the fucking butterflies. Because you know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna boo the ever-loving shit out of the butterflies.
Natsuhi gave one more huge gulp and pointed the cold barrel of the gun at the gold butterflies.
Show yourself. Still can't believe something like you really say. That is me. Both sides who bear the title of representative of the Ushinomiya family, and you who claim to keep the head of the Ushinomiya family, are here right now. At this point, whether you are a witch or not is a trivial matter. Come, let us settle this. Which of us will truly succeed the Ushinomiya family? I, Ushinomiya Natsuhi, or you, Beatrice? Allow me to respectfully accept your request for a duel. What up, T? Came in at a bad time.
The gold butterflies slowly formed a human shape, which walked into the dim light. Natsuhi readied the rifle and glared. The witch raised her golden staff overhead and laughed. Natsuhi's finger slowly squeezed the trigger. And go! Battler made an all-out dash at the door and rammed into it, crushing the candle stand that had been barring it and making it possible for a big gap to be opened in the door. He kept kicking the candle stand through that gap, and the door was finally released. At that time, they heard it. They certainly heard the crisp sound of gunfire ring out once. Mom! Mom!
Jessica-chan, you mustn't run off by yourself.
Was that the sound of a gun just now? Did Aunt Natsuhi shoot? At whom? At the culprit. The noise had come from the entrance hall, and the entrance hall looked like a stage, like the heroine of a tragedy on the ground and bathed in light. Arrayed in the beauty of that silence, Aunt Natsuhi lay face up, crumpled on the floor.
Called it.
Half crazed, Jessica ran up to Aunt Natsuhi. On Aunt Natsuhi's forehead, it was almost as though a sparkling shard of pigeon blood ruby had been placed there.
I can't look.
Shirumi and Natsuhi found shot to death in front of the witch's portrait. How impudent of her to challenge a witch with nothing but a mere gun. Of course she'd end up like this.
You with a sharpened spike.
Poor Natsuhi. She did her best, man.
And you said it wouldn't happen. Yep, let's riot. We're gonna riot. The best person in this show, the best person in this game, just died. We're gonna fucking riot. Riot, riot, riot.
And from it, one stream of blood makeup passed by her eye and began to traverse her face. It's not makeup, Battler, it's real. Faint smell of gun.
Stop calling this. None of this is makeup.
It's like he's in so much shock. That's where his brain automatically goes. It's like, oh, this has got to be a special effect. It can't be real, you know? But it's unfortunately not. Yeah. The faint smell of gunpowder smoke came from the barrel of the rifle Aunt Natsuhi still grasped. Huh? Then she shot herself in the forehead? Why? Mom! I don't get it. Why did Aunt Natsuhi run away alone? And why did she shoot through her own forehead?
There's no letter here. Damn it, what did Aunt Natsuhi read and why was she lured out here?
I don't know. Who cares about that? What the hell? Why did she kill herself? Why did she leave me all alone? Jessica clung to her mother's corpse, crying earnestly, "Oh, baby!"
And watch Maria-chan come in and ruin this shit.
My body was consumed with an anger I didn't know what to do with, and I snatched the rifle from Aunt Natsuhi's hand. I spun around, pointing the barrel of the gun into the darkness on all sides, as though I was pointing a light from a lighthouse, trying to find the culprit. George Aniki, even in this situation, was trying to calmly figure something out, but that might have been a fruitless effort. And only Maria was completely indifferent.
Thought so.
So is this all supposed to be some kind of predetermined fate? No, that's not it. This is all a prelude to a wonderful world. The door to the Golden Land will finally open.
On the ninth twilight, the witch shall revive, and none shall be left alive. And on the 10th twilight, journey's end, you shall obtain the power of the Golden Land's treasures once and for the last time. With this, everything's over, Beatrice. Congratulations! Congratulations! So leave me. Leave me to the Golden Land and pull me out. Right now!
There, all of the dead will be revived, and even lost love will be restored. So, in Maria's eyes, it's just as though all of today's tragedies didn't happen. It's as though all the time she spent deprived of love never happened. Stop it! What's so fun? What's to be congratulated? There were 18 people on this island. 14 are dead. Only the 4 of us are left. I'm definitely not gonna die. Until the night is over, no, until the typhoon passes and the seagulls gather again at the harbor, I'm definitely not gonna die. I'll stay alive. I'll stay alive no matter what.
Battler. Cleanse and weakness against witches. Final and all that stuff doesn't matter because it's over. The journey has already ended. Look at the clock.
Huh? The clock? Hearing those words, I looked at my wristwatch. Both needles were almost touching near the top. Very soon, it will be at 12 o'clock at night. In other words, 2400, whatever. When you think about it, isn't 2400 is a strange time? It can be called 2400, but it could also be called 0. It's the hour at the culmination of the previous day, and at the same time, it's hour 0 as the next day begins. Beatrice! Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. Let's just continue.
Maria hit puberty all of a sudden. Maria suddenly...
T's denying this happened. T's denying this happened. She's like, I can't read suddenly. I don't know. I'm illiterate.
Maria suddenly called out happily and ran towards the darkness. It was almost as though Beatrice was somewhere in that darkness, and Maria was running up to her. As Jessica hugged her mother's corpse, as George and Nikki stood there confused, I looked down the barrel of the rifle, gazing into the darkness. The space in front of Beatrice's portrait lay in that direction, and the thing Maria was running up to was the portrait's subject. You've got to be kidding me. This is just impossible. Like I'd fall for something like this. Witches don't exist. I won't accept it. Something like you shouldn't exist because this is a human world. You think I could accept something that's not human? I definitely won't accept it. When I pulled hard on the rifle's lever, the cartridge was ejected, fell on the floor, and a new cartridge was loaded. Then I sighted the witch down the barrel. Maria turned around. Still clinging to the golden witch, she turned around.
You're no longer a child. You are just a demon witch. You are just a little demon, aren't you? Demon child. You.
I won't accept the existence of witches. Who are you? Just try moving one step. Just try moving one finger. I'll blast you away. As the witch, no, the witches laughed. Even the large clock in the hall joined in on their laughter. It was probably telling us that the time was 2400. It was both the tone telling us that we had reached the culmination of this day, and a tone informing us that all had returned to nothing. The rule that the witch would win when time ran out had already been revealed. I can't hear you, kid.
I'm talking as loud as I can. Sorry, hold on.
No, it's alright. It's probably... This game...
Jessica,
There we go.
the journey has ended and the witch has revived, see?
And none shall be left alive. The witch shall praise the wise and bestow 4 treasures. 1 shall be all the gold from the golden land. 1 shall be the resurrection of all the dead souls. 1 shall be the resurrection of the love that was lost. 1 shall be to put the witch to sleep for all time. Sleep peacefully, my beloved witch, Beatrice.
Fuck you! You!
The storm passed, and the leaden clouds that had enshrouded the island for so long cleared away. From the rifts between the clouds, sunbeams shone, and yesterday's storm seemed like a lie. Just as someone had wished, the seagulls returned to the harbor once again and let their lively cries be heard. Afterwards, the police came and conducted an investigation of the scene. corpses of the children, who were thought to have survived until the very end, were never found. However, because of the body parts that were discovered and the unimaginably gruesome nature of the scene, the police were forced to conclude that the chances of survival for any of the 18, even the children, seemed hopelessly dim.
I'm just gonna keep saying this. Fuck you!
Just how gruesome was the banquet of the witch? And how beautiful was the Golden Land? They were the only ones who got to hear that tale. No tales were told to those humans who arrived after the banquet was over. The best they could do was imagine what might have happened during those 2 days. However, the witch was fickle. She made a point of leaving behind this tale, which didn't need to be heard, and it was allowed to spread. Then, many years later, a strange wine bottle that had drifted on the waves to the pier of a neighboring island was pulled out by a fisherman. Inside it was a thin, tightly rolled notebook fragment, written upon in cramped small letters. Written there was this tale. Through this notebook fragment, people will finally learn the truth of the mysterious and riddle-filled 2-day period that started on October 4th, 1986. This incident was later called by many names, such as the Rokkenjima mass murders, or the 18 killings of Rokkenjima, though dilettantes from around the world knew it as the Witch Legend serial murders. Lovers of the occult claimed it was all the result of an immoral ceremony that had sealed off the island, and those 2 mysterious days were savagely embellished with many different interpretations as the story began to spread far and wide. However, not one of these interpretations approached the truth. Furthermore, while the notebook fragment describes this mysterious incident, it does not reveal the truth of what happened there. Or perhaps even the writer didn't know what the truth was. According to the writer, her name was Ushiromiya Maria. Incidentally, as a result of an all-out police investigation, part of Maria's body, a piece of her jaw, was discovered. It was one of the rare instances where a corpse was identified thanks to dental records. At that gruesome scene, there had been many body parts that could be identified as belonging to any specific person, so it's probably fair to say that this jaw was an extremely fortunate find. Because this jaw had been separated from its body, the police judged her chances of survival to be hopelessly dim, even though none of her other body parts were found, or at least identified. And so, let us conclude this tale with the final section of the notebook fragment that Ushiromiya Maria left behind.
Although there may be something that feels good. You who have read this, please bring out the truth. That's my only wish. Ushiromiya Maria.
To this very day, the truth of the Witch Legend serial murders has not been brought to light. Cue the Unsolved Mysteries theme.
Fuck you!
First game, Legend of the Golden Witch Result. Shirmio Kraus died on the first Twilight, chosen by the key. So, Rudolph Rosa
died on the first Twilight, chosen by the key.
Shirmio Curie died on the first Twilight, chosen by the key.
Ushiromiya Rosa died on the first Twilight, chosen by the key.
Servant Shannon died on the first Twilight, chosen by the key.
Servant Goda died on the first Twilight, chosen by the key.
Shirobia Eva died on the second Twilight, pierced through the forehead by the stake of Asmodeus.
Ushiromiya Hideyoshi died on the second Twilight, pierced through the forehead by the stake of Beelzebub.
Shiromia Kinzo died on the fourth Twilight, forehead gouged by the stake of Mammon.
Servant Cannon died on the fifth Twilight, chest gouged by the stake of Satan.
Servant Genji died on the sixth Twilight, stomach gouged by the stake of Lucifer.
Family Dr. Nanjo died on this Twilight, knee gouged by the stake of Belphegor.
The stake of Leviathan took out Nanjo, and Beatrice revived. Everybody else died.
Natsuhi died by...
the kids were missing.
Missing on the 10th Twilight, missing on the 10th Twilight, missing on the 10th Twilight.
Oh,
and Battler missing on the 10th Twilight. Will the witch invite this man who denied her existence to the Golden Land? What the fuck?
The witch will praise the wise and should bestow 4 treasures in the Golden Land. There, they chose to revive the souls of the dead and the love that had been lost. After all, no matter how large a mountain of gold they might have desired, it would have been out of their grasp. George chose his lost fiancée. Jessica chose the boy she had liked and lost. Rhea chose the lost love of her mother. Sleep peacefully, Beatrice. Let nothing disturb your slumber ever again. The winner is the Golden Witch Beatrice. Time ran out before even one of the 18 people could solve the riddle of the gold. All 18 died. When the seagulls cried, none were left alive.
I'm gonna keep saying this. Fuck you! Damn! Yeah, I'm super confused. I'm kind of confused too, but in some way I'm like, no, I'm not confused because this is just one great big middle finger